This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with the Philadelphia Eagles. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
And he will finally be taken out of bounds.
62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Gibson will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
A handoff running left is Dobbins.
He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Now this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 13. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Looking to throw. Ryder. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And that will force a turnover on downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
These two teams, they met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. Second and 7.
Push him back. Push him back. 54 mark. 54 mark. Check, check. Block 54. Block 54. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
On play action, it's Kaepernick.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
Touchdown!
Justin Jefferson.
40 yards.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
They'll run here with Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A give. Dobbins trying the right side. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 40-yard line. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Jonathan Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Run the mic. Watch one. Get in the way.
Back to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know their division titles and wild card spots up for grabs. So those teams, no doubt, they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3-13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Forced out to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And this is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Antonio Gibson, the intended target.
But now it'll be third down. Kaepernick now to throw.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On first down, it's Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
6 yards left on second down.
To throw, Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Eagles.
Justin Jefferson.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Washington 3. Jackpot sets the kickoff.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. To throw on second down. Ryder. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they gave up the pick-6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Ryder. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
2nd and 10.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. Hey, we got 3 down. Mike, 8.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground. Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd down, Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
On 3rd down, Dobbins.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Off the play fake. Ryder. And that is is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. On play action, it's Kaepernick.
He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick sliding out of the pocket. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Got his target, Samuel. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deebo Samuel, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more.
Washington 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. On 3rd down, Ryder steps away to his left. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Set the tone, defense. Hey, check,
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
We own it. We own it. Hey, 91. 91.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. This is caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Off the mark, incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Ryder. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Stay in situation. Let's go. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. 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 Check 9. Check 9. Check. Crunch. 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 He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. To throw on 3rd down. Ryder. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Dobbins. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal.
Check 43. Slam.
Looking to throw. Ryder. They'll roll him out right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30.
All day.
10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Eagles 52, Washington 3.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another run now for Nwangu. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Washington on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Andrews has it. What a catch. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Kaepernick looking to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Kaepernick to throw again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Into the red zone now, Kaepernick. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They'll go right back to Nwangu.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Off play action. Ryder. It's brought in by Harris. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Eagles are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. The Kaepernick can't escape this time. Taken down to the end zone for a safety. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia,
they move to a sparkling 15-1 with one game still to go in the regular season.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Landover.